Alrighty. Oh, yeah, we're sneaking another one. We're doing another one, son. I do 20 of these a day. These thoughts are just, they're just spilling out, dude. They just flow from one nothing into another nothing with a side of nothing, you know? Oh, shit, son. You know, I'm good with my hands. And I do work with them and stuff. And, my battery's low. See, we're sneaking one in. The battery's low. And, if it dies, it dies, If it dies, it dies. Remember? The battery dies. He was talking about podcasts on Rocky 4. That was the Russian fighting Apollo Creed, if you remember the true life historic film that was documented history. All of those films are true, and they happened 100% as they are shown. That's a little known fact about the Rocky series that no one knows about. You know what's fucking crazy about that? It's fake. It's a movie. It's, it's all pretending and stuff, some of those guys were obviously Sylvester Stallone was an athlete, and so was Carl Weathers, my God, Steroids or not, I don't give a shit, But it's just crazy how stupid Rocky movies inspired so many fucking people to go be active and go do the extreme thing, wake up early and, really do it. It's just funny how I bet he never really knew how many people. I bet he did, Sylvester Stallone. He fucking wrote that shit, son. But, holy shit. Inspires so many people with a story like that. To the point where, now I'm saying it's true fact. That's real. It happened, son. But how great would it be to do steroids, dude, for real? You don't abuse them, dude. What people don't understand about steroids is, alright, so you take the steroid, what does it help you do? It's testosterone. We got a train coming by. It's going to be super fucking loud. It's the timing of the podcast. But the steroids, they help you rebuild, They help you rebuild faster. And you can't rebuild unless damage is done. And who's doing the damage? You're doing the damage. You go tear those muscle fibers, and the steroids help to fill them in and to rebuild them faster. So is it cheating? In a sense, it is. But are they making you great? No, they're not making you great. They're helping you recover from a brutal workout that a regular person could never even fucking understand, dude. How brutal these weightlifting workouts were. You watch Dorian Yates. Go watch Tom Platz. The intensity of a workout like that, your body will break into pieces unless you have something to help you recover, dude. Fucking ridiculous. And I was into weightlifting for over a year recently. I pushed that shit extreme, dude. Past failure, forced reps. Have someone pick that shit up off of you when you can't press it off, and you lower it down yourself. You let the eccentric wear out as much as the concentric. Which the concentric is that you're pushing it off. Eccentric, you're letting that shit down. And you have more of that let down strength. So you gotta wear them both completely out. You gotta fuck them completely both. You don't have to. That's one fast way to gain some fucking muscle, dude. That, and you increase your calories. You can stimulate and not annihilate also. But I believe I chase the soreness. If I'm sore, I did the damage I needed. And if I eat the proper nutrients, that soreness should be gone by the time the next workout comes around. If I do my job in between, right? Because in the gym, you're not building muscle. You're breaking it down. You're damaging muscle. It's what you do outside the gym. Which is fucking true. This year, I got the diet right. I fucking had an 8-pack this year. I fully saw the potential of my genetics that, some guys will only have a 4-pack. They have a shorter torso. Some guys will have the classic 6. Some guys are longer like me. I got the fucking 8. I got 2 at the bottom. 2 extra bonus packs. I get bonus packs, dude. It's pretty sick. I lost it now because I've been drinking beer and shit again, but I know how to do it, You eat brown rice, you eat fish, you have broccoli. And repeat. And work out in between. Work out properly. target those muscles properly. That's the fucking thing. That's why bodybuilding was fun, because it's like, you're trying to look good. It's about hypertrophy. It's about building that shit. Build my dick. I build my dick. What if you had dick exercises? Yeah, someone's thought of that before. It doesn't work like that. You can't lengthen. You can't, You can't lengthen. You can only strengthen. Is that the rule when it comes to penis workouts? Listen, guys, you can't lengthen. You can only strengthen. Okay? That's just the way it goes with dicks. The bicep, it's a different thing. And even then, Alright, by the way, this is episode 8, dude. I forgot to mention, episode 8 of I Don't Know What to Do With My Life podcast. Obviously a little jumbled here. We'll get back to you. This is covert. 10-minute break status. Just throughout the day, thoughts flying in at you. Yeah, we'll be back. Holy shit. What in the hell happens to all the shit in the world, dude? I literally there were 2 screws right there in front of me. I loosened them from the outside, and then I had to go on the inside and grab something. And then I come to the outside again, and one of the screws is fucking gone, dude. It's like, did I set it somewhere? Like, I didn't touch it. I didn't hear it fall. I didn't fall. So I'm on a wood floor. Dude, what part of your brain is that? Is that a part where, like, fucking traumatic childhood memories are fucking, like, locked away, like when you got, like, molested or some shit? Like, what? I wish you could open that file, like, in a computer. If you dig around enough, you'll find the file, and you open it up, and it's just like, child molestation, nuts and bolts, that pocket knife you left that one time, that wallet you lost at Gay Pride Fest in Seattle that time. It's a true story. The only time I lost my wallet, the one time, was the Pride Fest hanging out with my band when I was in a band of a bunch of people and stuff. The battery life is dwindling, so I don't have to charge this bitch today. I noticed that I've had 2 phones recently, and the batteries, that's what it is. I mean, everyone says that, the batteries go dead, but this one's like brand new. The other one, the battery would die if I used it for anything. And then I call them, they go, oh yeah, and there's nothing wrong with your phone. Did you ever drop in the water? I go, no. They go, send it to us, and if we open it up and find out you did, we're going to charge you $500, but we're sending you a new one. So, sent them the old one, and waited. Never heard anything, so it was legit. So I got a brand new one. This is the 5. 5S. I had the 5. I'm still behind, but, and the construction site again, here we go. Still behind, but, geez, dude. As I explained to the dude on the phone, this is made from the same metal as a fucking spacecraft. You can't tell me that this computer chip is just going bad on it. It just happens. Like, and I ask him about did you hear anything about people, your company messing with the battery life and stuff? And they go, no. And then they put me on hold to go check. And she comes back. She goes, oh, yeah, I did hear about that, but it's not your model of phone. It's like, or she didn't hear about. How do you not hear about that? You're in customer service for the company, for Apple. And people are getting pissed because they suspect you're fucking with the battery life so that they have to get new phones when they have one that's only 3 models old, made of space alloy. Freaking drop this thing down, drop these down the stairs, they live. But if you use that computer chip too many times for calling people, that's just fucking it. You're done. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. They're messing with you. It seems like it, but that's the paranoia, The paranoia will keep you alive. Or do other stuff. I don't know what's bad. I guess if you're overly paranoid and you don't do stuff, right? It's like if I think someone's always out to get me, maybe I won't stretch out there and do something different or something. I don't know, dude. Definitely paranoia has been good for me. I mean, I'm not a millionaire, so maybe it hasn't. But it's like, I'm suspicious. This stuff, recent shit going down, like this freaking Time magazine putting this shit on the cover of the little kid, and then Trump looking down at her, making America look like fucking assholes to the rest of the world. They probably see that and they go, that's true. That's a legit magazine. Then they find out, they come out and they go, oh, sorry, we sort of lied, but we didn't really lie, but that was that wasn't, a girl that was separated from her family. It's like, oh, so what are you lying to me? Are you just kind of not? Are you lying, or are you just sort of conveniently not telling the truth? Are you just kind of leaving stuff out? I read another article, and it's like all the way down through the article, there's no dates. There's no dates. There's no dates, and they're saying Trump is a piece of shit. Trump's a motherfucker. What an asshole. No dates, and at the very bottom they say this happened in 2014. The dude wasn't even fucking president at that time, dude. It's like, dude, that I don't, It's like, come on, dude. You got to be real. You've got to be real. With every fucking president, especially with politicians, you have to look at what they actually do. They'll say a bunch of shit. Good or bad, they'll say stuff. Don't listen to what they fucking say. I don't listen to what people say. You have to show me with your actions, dude. Because people will talk a great game, a rhythm guitar player. Oh, I'm the best ever out there. And I've talked to him on the phone for hours. I'm like, this guy sounds amazing. Then I get him there, and he just can't show me, That's the way it is with politicians. Don't listen to what they say. They're going to say anything to get in. And in this case, this fucking idiot's just going to say a bunch of stupid shit that's never been said by a president before. But you have to look at what is done. Because that's really what fucking matters. It's not about the rhetoric. I mean, that can hurt stuff. He's just flippantly saying shit. That could be like, people would be like, oh, I don't know. It could lower standards. It could lower the standard of that job. Well, that's not cool, I guess, right? Because it should be somewhat dignified. You're back in the big nuts of the U.S., bro. You gotta be somewhat, but then there's a line, you get too dignified, and it's like, you're so dignified, it's like, oh, you're perfect. Like the royal family in England, it's like, oh, they're so dignified, they must be perfect. And then you hear a bunch of stories, and you're like, oh, geez. They're fucking people, and they're horny sometimes. Oh, my God. We're 20% battery. I think we'll make it. About halfway through this one. The episode 8 of the I Don't Know What to Do With My Life podcast. I don't know what to do, and I don't know what I am doing. I mean, right now, that is. Or I guess in general, what am I saying? I'm just living life, man. But yeah, so wherever that screw went, I gotta go fucking find one. Because that place in my brain where the child molestation memories lie, it's in there. It just builds like a fucking Indian in the cupboard. Just find a bunch of shit back there. And it's so magical. Remember that movie? That main character kid, I didn't like him. He was just kind of... He was wimpy and like femininity. In a weird way, though. Almost like a... I don't know. Anyway, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to talking about your ass. Yep, it's fucking gone, dude. Oh, that screw is screwed. I don't know. I can't find another one like it, dude. How does this happen? It just does. That's how it happens. But it was, I'll tell you what, I don't miss working on cars, dude. So when you work on cars, they're just a pain in the dick. Everything's so tight, and the cars are so tight now you can't even get snow chains on them. There's a tire is so close to the fender it won't fit. Just crazy. They're getting them just like just packed in there. So you can have something that's gonna, a little part that's gonna be, oh, this hitch it's 4 bolts, dude. All I have to do is pull 4 bolts out, put the hitch there, put 4 new ones in. Should take 10 minutes. Just have to drop the muffler right in. If one of those bolts gets snagged, one of those, you cross-thread one, you lose one up in the frame rail, that, 10 to 20 minute job just turned into a 3-hour job. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Fucking nuts and bolts. See, you gotta get away from working with nuts and bolts. Get away from working with a broom and a pallet jack and a dolly. Cardboard. I'm never gonna fucking see cardboard again, dude. After a certain point, like, I'm gonna have my employees break down the cardboard. Bitch. It's fucking ridiculous, though. It's like, you just gotta... This cycle of being in the job like this, that you don't really see much of a future in, because you've basically been told you're not really gonna be making very much money. And it's like, well, really, that's all it comes down to is making the money, dude. I have a bottom line. I'm a business myself, bro. I'm my own personal business. Casey Clark Industries, it's not doing that great. I mean, I can eat and do stuff whenever I want, but covert op. Hang on, it's covert. Doesn't matter. I mean, I can eat and do stuff, but I have a bottom line. I'm making more than I made in my life, but I won't tell you, but it's somewhere in the 14s per hour, which isn't that good. I didn't even making 18 to 20s, Dude, that's when I was, I got a job not a job, I got my personal trainer certification this year when I was lifting weights and shit, thinking that might be another direction, and it's basically starting from scratch building a business, or, I interviewed for like 6 gyms, all the big ones, So you can get a job too, and I figured that'd be a good foot in the door to learn the industry, but these fucking Weasley motherfuckers at these places, dude. I mean, everyone's talked about it already. LA Fitness, fucking disgusting. They just wanted a warm body. They didn't even give a fuck. It's astonishing. None of these places care about physical fitness. I tell them, hey, I lost 25 pounds this year. They go, yeah, that's great anyways. So if you really gave a fuck, you'd be like, dude, if you know about it, 10 pounds is like clinically, like scientifically significant. You lose 10 pounds of adipose tissue, which is fat, and it sounds fancy, but it's just fat. But 10 pounds of that is like a big deal as far as your body is concerned. So when you tell someone 25 and you were already skinny, just kind of skinny fat, they just kind of go, oh, great. Anyways, so what can you, I know it's all about money and stuff, but isn't it about helping people too? Is there any part of it that's like, I had one guy say, he asked me one question, I gave him an answer, and he goes, I just need someone who knows like about programming or who knows about sales. I was like, dude, I've had 13 years of sales experience, and programming is my favorite thing. We're doing workout programs. That fucking, my brain is crazy as you're learning. My brain is crazy. It thinks all the time, and things just flow through it. I can think really well, and that fucking idiot, 24-hour fitness fucking douche in Portland here. He had a fat ass, too. He had a big old fat ass. He wasn't fat, but his hips were, like, too wide. Almost looked like, I don't know, they were just wide and, like, I don't know. He had a big mustache, like a fucking hipster douche, like a sheriff from the 70s. He was just a prick, and he asked me one question, and I gave him an answer. He goes, I just need someone, and he gave me this fucking guy's, watch this YouTube video, gives you the basics of weightlifting. And I'm like, dude, I've been crushing it for a year and a half or so. Like, I know weightlifting. I know all the tricks. I know the hitting it from different angles. I know progressive overload. I know, undulating periodization model, or whatever the hell you call it. He has me, go look at this Mark Ripto guy. And I go look at Mark Ripto. I already knew about that fucker before. I didn't like him when I heard him talk. Some guys you just don't like when you hear him talk. First of all, he's a little fat. A little too fat. Okay, that's one thing. You're a little too fat. You're not going to tell me how to be a bodybuilder if you're that fat. The other thing is, too, just stupid, dude. You just know bullshit when you hear certain people on YouTube or something. Fucking, I was listening to, watching boxing videos as I do all the time. You hear Teddy Atlas speak, and you're like, dude, this is it. This is what a fucking trainer is supposed to be. It's supposed to be. Teddy Atlas is like Customado's right-hand man. And fucking, he's basically like Mickey and Rocky. He's loosely what that's based off is him and Cuss, like. Then you hear this other guy, Freddie Roach, yapping. Freddie Roach putting down Teddy Atlas, and it's like, Freddie Roach, dude, like, he only fought for like a little bit, and he doesn't seem to do fucking anything for the motivation of his fighters. Like, he's criticized Teddy Atlas. He's like, I don't know how saying you're a firefighter helps you punch more. And it's like, dude, are you a fucking idiot? It's called motivating someone. How does he not know that as a fighter, and he fought for a couple years, how do you not know that if you mentally believe you can do something and you go at it, if your mentality is different, everything is fucking different? And he criticizes this other guy who's a fucking genius with that psychological side of things. Because fighting, as much as anything, is psychological. Playing guitar is psychological. If I fucking go in with a stupid headspace and go play a show, it fucking sucks dick. So you have to fucking figure the mentality out behind anything that you're doing. and that's so important. Yeah, you have to get the neural pathways in your brain down so that when you go to that left hook, it's so automatic you don't think. But then your brain has to be in the right place, be ready to go. With fighting, you gotta be motivated. You're never gonna quit, That's why that's a great discipline in life. You use that for other shit, Use that in the bedroom, boy. But yeah, to people, I mean, I'm sure they know stuff, but it's, I don't know, to criticize others, or I don't know. But back to the fitness, the guy, fucking go check out this guy that I thought the guy was a Weasley douche when I heard him talk on the YouTube video, and this guy was a Weasley douche himself, and that's what I find in these big box gyms. That's all you're ever gonna find is fucking douchebags. And yeah, that's the way it goes. So, but now with the wrist problem, we'll see how that goes when I go to the doctor. See what the fuck, probably like carpal tunnel again. I've had carpal tunnel before from playing guitar, but could be cubital tunnel, which is, I guess, your elbow nerve that runs through the elbow getting pinched. The cubital fucking whatever. The cube steak. Oh, shit. Alright, well, I'm going to piss. And this has been real. We're at the 20. Covert Op, episode 8. We're almost double digits. It's been a few days. That's how we do it. Double digits coming your way. Oh, that's nice right there. We got a little pinch and roll going on here. If anyone ever listens to this and knows what that is, you pinch your ball sack right where it itches, and you just kind of mash your fingers together like you're rolling like a booger or something. It's one of the greatest feelings ever. Pinch and roll, dude. You know what I'm getting into? This is Covert Op. I'm getting into nice toilet paper, dude. Like, in life, that's one of the most, that's an important part of your body. The butthole itself, a happy butthole. It's very important. But the nice toilet paper, I think Charmin's is shit with the bears. Dude, it's a difference. It's the pep in your step. It's the change. It can make all the difference in the world. A clean butthole is a happy life. And that's what you should remember. And I don't know what percentage my battery's at, but you know what? None of it matters. A lot of shit doesn't matter. You notice. There's a lot of shit you think does, and then it gets there, and then you realize it was all, like, any worry you had, shit was for nothing. Yeah. If you just play it cool most of the time. See, what I don't do, I like to panic right away, or I don't panic, but I get frustrated easily. When one thing goes bad, okay. Second thing, third thing, when life starts being life and it won't stop, it just won't stop. Oh, man, drives me crazy. But that's all it is, right? What was that, Winston Churchill? Life, one damn thing after another, something like that was one of his quotes. Because it is, one damn thing after another. That's what it is. Not one bad thing necessarily, but just one thing, then another thing, then another thing. I noticed that the days blur together. Days really blur together when you're doing a job. When you're working a job you don't really like. That's when you just sort of go blank on your peripheral vision, and you just sort of you go into robot, and you just start working and keep working. You're just robot mode. You're just totally on autopilot. Like a dog, you just kind of just go through your life. That's not a way to live. And I know that. And all these people I listen to, they're just like, yeah, if you have a job like that, you just get out immediately. Quit right now. Just walk away. And you know what? They are right. They are right. It's absolutely true. My last job laid me off. First time ever in my life. Freaking fucking idiots. You're gonna let me go? If you're gonna lay me off when you have other choices, you're a fucking moron. And I can't even help you. You're a fucking idiot. You're gonna take an employee like me and tell me I can't do it? You're gonna lose every time. I always come out on top. when it comes, especially with work ethic, dude. Other things, I'm an idiot. But work ethic, try to keep up. Try it. Fuck. But yeah, when they laid me off, I realized, like, dude, I can get a job instantly. And then I got this one, and it seemed like it was going to be great, and turned into something else, but... So they're right, you should just leave it, you know, but... And right now I'm saving money. Good medical insurance. It's going to afford me the opportunity to save enough money that I can leave Portland, which is really most important, and to leave as soon as possible, so... To take another job, you know... That's the debate, you know. Do I take the lag between jobs right now and try to get a better one? I think you should always apply for jobs. I'm always applying, always looking, because it's like, dude, until you find that one that's good, there's no reason you should stop looking. That's at everyone, you know, just and stretch a little further than you should. You know, I put out resumes for shit I'm not quite qualified for, but I can sort of twist my resume into saying I have experience, you know, like design. I can say, oh, well, I worked at a paint store, so I looked at colors, and then I worked at another, you know, furniture place at one point, and so I know that furniture has colors, and but not quite qualified, but sorta. And if you push, you know, if I rise to that occasion, I'm there, you know. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just aiming a little further than what's within my actual reach. And pretty soon I'm going to aim a lot higher than my fucking reach. And hopefully I won't be homeless, or I won't be homeless. Bankrupt. Maybe homeless. Not homeless, but... it's weird now. It's weird not being totally alone now. Being with Ashton and stuff. You have to, like, think... I don't only think about my future like I used to. I think about how's our life going to be? How's your life going to be if you continue on like this? And how long are you going to continue on with what you're currently doing if you know it's not working? If it's not working emotionally, then it's not working. Which is true. That's true. If you're pissed off, even if I was making great money, I'm making good enough money for me, but it's not good money as far as the world is concerned. But if I was making $80,000 a year and every day sucked, you hear people say this shit. You hear people say it. You hear it all the time, dude. But, you know, that other saying, easier said than done, that's why that's a fucking saying. Stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason, and so are sayings, okay? Because they're almost always true. Yeah, and that's coming from me, and I'm a stereotype. That fits the mold, so... Oh, jeez. Well, figure it out. It's just another day right now, though. You just take one day at a time, and you just fucking try to kick ass each day. That's what I'm sort of getting into, was just doing one day at a time, not thinking too far forward, because that worries you, not thinking in the past, because then you have regrets, and just think about right this moment now, in the present time. Fucking worried about that, dude. That's what I'm telling myself. I'm telling myself this because I'll be the only one to listen. But if anyone else does, then I'm telling you. But I'm mostly telling me. And that's what this is, you know? This is me telling myself stuff and then listening back to it like it was someone else telling it to me. But because it's in my voice, maybe I'll listen. I don't fucking know. Probably not, but, you know, or maybe this is the beginning of the process to getting out of this shit. Maybe if I do get listeners, maybe y'all would give me the emotional strength to carry on, and I can do the same for you. Fucking pussies. You fucking bitch. And then there's the other side, you know? Quit being a little bitch. That's the other side of things. You know, just quit being a pussy and go do stuff. But it's hard not to be a pussy when you're afraid of losing all your money, or when it takes so long to earn money. It'd be one thing if I just fucking... I lost $5,000 today, but, you know, I can get that up in 2 paychecks, y'all. No, it's not 2... That's hundreds of hours of fucking shit that I don't like to do. With someone else checking in on me and being like, you doing that right? Is everything okay? Can I tell you how to do your shit? So that's why it sucks. That's painstaking. Fucking get that shit. Well... When we get the income down, then we'll get that down. So fuck it. All right. Episode 8. The I Don't Know What to Do With My Life podcast. And we're almost in the double digits. And we'll get there. And we'll get to the email. And tonight we'll do another one. All right, peace.